Hey y'all, Kyle here. Welcome to the back of the Hikertrailer. Today I wanted to talk to you about packing. I've wanted to do this video for a while, just haven't gotten around to it. I know that there's a lot of videos out there about mods, and I love doing mod videos. I know that if you haven't subscribed to MWD Adventures, Matt and Wendy DeWitt, they do a lot of mod videos whenever they go to hiker events and see hikers out in the wild. Also, Skyways to Highways is another channel that I love to watch, and they do a lot of mod stuff and hiker stuff. Whenever I put my channel together, I wanted to do more videos about how people pack, how people Tetris things into their hiker, what types of containers that they use. And there's plenty of mod channels out there or people that do mods. I just didn't want to do the same stuff over and over. And I'm obsessed with packing, getting efficiencies on how to pack, what to pack, where to put stuff. I try and subscribe to Adam Savage's first order of retrieval. If you don't know what that is, I'll put a link in the description below. It's basically where Adam Savage from Mythbusters, probably recognize that name, he has a shop in San Francisco, and it's very small, and he basically puts everything that he needs on a daily basis, on an hourly basis, where he can get to it first, and then everything else is a second or a third order of a retrieval. And I kind of think of the Hikertrailer in that perspective. Like, what do I need first with things that are here? What do I need second? Maybe that is back behind the first order, or maybe up here. So I take that into consideration when I'm packing. Also in this video, I wanted to make this a discussion between you and us in the comments on what are some great things that you do in your Hikertrailer to make things more efficient, to pack things easier. What have you found bin-wise? How do you pack stuff? And as I go through some of the things here, hopefully it will spark some of the things that you do in your Hikertrailer to help me and to help the community kind of know what else is out there and ideas that you can we can kind of springboard off of each other. So I am ready, well, I'm getting ready to go on a trip in a couple of days. So I pulled the hiker out, and I've got all the lights on, and hopefully you can see what's going on here. I'm going to go through a lot of this stuff and tell you kind of my reasoning on why I purchased it, what's in there, and do just a basic overview of the galley here. Then we'll move into the sleeping quarters, and then we'll finally get into the fridge box on how I organize that. So without further ado, let's go and take a look at the galley here. So I always think of the galley, this is the basement, this is the living quarters, and then this is the attic. So things that, I mean, I need to get to stuff here, but there's some long-term storage, things that I don't need to get to all the time down in this space. There's things here that I do need to get to on a daily basis, but they're kind of put up where I can get to them easily. But this is kind of long-term storage, being my attic. And then here is where I keep everything that I need on a daily basis with that first and second order of retrieval system that I've set up. Now, some of this stuff is not set up like that, still working through the issues. As you know, things are a work in progress. They're always in flux whenever you're trying to pack. I learned quite a bit of things I needed to do whenever I went on my 3,500 mile 2-week road trip on what worked, what didn't work. So anyway, let's get into it. So down here in the bottom is things that I put here that are kind of not the day-to-day, but there's things that are day-to-day in this Milwaukee pack out. So this is, well, first I store my shelf, my bamboo shelf that connects here, that I had the second rung here. So I connect that there as a place to wash dishes. So I put that in there. So let me put this away. So this is just a Milwaukee pack out that I got from, I think that they sell them at Home Depot, not Lowe's, but Home Depot. And in here, I have all of my pots and pans. I don't know if you can see that. I will put some B-roll here, but there's just pots and pans and some spatulas for the Blackstone. And then up here, I've got my cutlery, my pots and, or I'm sorry, my bowls and my plates. And then I've divided this off. So I have some knives and some kitchen stuff here. Put some napkins or some towels in there to kind of keep the rattle down. So that is what I keep in this Milwaukee pack out. It's nice that you can put that secure latch there and you know that it's not going to come out. So that is usually the first thing that comes out whenever I get to a campsite. I have just a bin, a hefty bin. It's, let's see, it's 6.5 quarts. I don't know how big this thing is. It looks like that it's probably 7 inches long, probably 7 inches tall, and then probably, I don't know, 10 inches, 12 inches deep. And this is where I put my guards or my vents covers for the front of the hiker. I put those in there. And then also I have my cordage to secure my 300 or my 270 degree awning to points along the hiker. So this is usually the first thing, one of the first things that comes out that I get into to pull the awning out and then also attach the vents to the front of the hiker. So that is the other thing that comes out first. So let's dive into what is in here. All right, so, sorry for the wobble. So as you can see, that is my battery box. That is the Lucidity battery box that I did a review on, and I use that thing 24/7 in my hiker. It is a great battery box. If you need something that has an inverter and a lot of resources for power out, I suggest you take a look at that. You have to add a battery, but it has been a good investment for me. Here is a Versa stack. So this has just got some drawers in it, and I believe that, yeah, I have to pull this. So I put tools up here, things that I need for the RV, and then this is just a 2-drawer system that has compartments in it. It breaks it up into 12 compartments, and this is where I just put miscellaneous stuff that I need, extra bolts and screws that I need for the hiker that I've accumulated over the last 6 months. So this is just kind of tools and everything that I need if something breaks. So let me pull that out. So you can see my bed in there. Picked up this instant air fryer that I use whenever I'm plugged into shore power. Got that on Amazon. It sets here, I think it's a 2-quart, yeah, it's a 2-quart here. So I use this if I need to do some quick cooking. And then over here, I've got a bamboo stand that I use for my shower. So I put that on the floor so I'm not stepping on, you know, dirt, and I've got a clean place to step. And then this is one of the things that I need a better solution. This is a 27-gallon tote, and if I pull this thing out, you'll see this is where I put all of my water items. I have my dishwashing stuff in here, hoses, water filter. All of these things go in this 27-gallon tote. I don't like this setup. So if you have any ideas on a better setup, I'd appreciate it. But that's where the water stuff lives. So let's take a look at this shelf. These containers, they are Sterilite. They are 15 inches long, 12 1/4 inches wide, and 9 3/8 inches high. I got these at Menards, and these fit here. I can fit 3 of them here, and then 1 in the back where above my stove. I use this one right here to store my dry goods, so it's grocery. In here I have my lights, some rope, also this is a propane regulator for my hot water heater. So these are the things that I set up and I need whenever I get to camp. I can come in here and set those things up. And then here are just a bunch of, I got some TP, I've got paper plates, bowls, forks, knives, plasticware, Ziploc bags. That's all the things that I have in this compartment. So there's 3 of these that I can get to and get into quickly. I've got this mat stuff that I put down, and these things ride very well. They don't move, but I did learn that if you have any dry goods that ride in the back here, like crackers or pasta, anything in a cardboard box, they are going to be beat to crap whenever you travel that far. I had some crackers that basically just got annihilated. So I learned my lesson on making sure that if I do put goods, canned goods, dry goods, things that don't need refrigeration, that if they are able to be cracked, or if they, like pasta and crackers and things like that, they will probably get destroyed. So learned a lesson there. So let me move this out of the way. So this is the secondary stuff. This is my Camp Chef camp stove. I put this with the knobs in because these hinges were scraping the wood back here, and I've got another one of these Sterilite containers, again, that I got at Menards on top of here. And then what I do is I try to Tetris all this stuff together to, get it to a point where it's not moving. Do that with some paper towels. I jam those in the corner. So I've got a paper towel holder here that I jam in. And then here I bought this container from IKEA. Got a bunch of stuff from IKEA. And this is kind of where I put some utensils, some larger utensils. And then I had these bags, and I just put that over these utensils, so therefore they don't rattle around and come out of this container. This is I'm not even going to say that, ORDNING from IKEA. I'll put a link in the description. So that gets shoved into there, and then I found some of these boxes on Walmart. These are 6 inches high. They're probably about 10 inches deep and probably 7 or 8 inches across. I will put a link to these, and I put all of my cleaning supplies and some other things in here, push it all the way against the back, and that's where I keep that. I also have another one of these where I keep a cup, and then I also have a Ninja, one of these Magic Bullet Ninjas in here that I use to blend stuff. And then we've got the spice racks. So these again are from Menards. Well, I didn't say it again, but these are from Menards. I've got two large ones, so I mounted this one up high so it was above this, and then I have one small. And those are just all of my spices. And then I have another one over there that I put miscellaneous items. And then I have another large one down here where, again, just miscellaneous stuff. I put a fire extinguisher in here, and then also I keep some tins on this main level. So that is the main level here on the Hikertrailer. So if you see anything that I need or I might be doing incorrectly, or you have a better way of doing it, please put your comments in the comment section below. Now let's go to the attic up here. So let me adjust the camera here. This shelf contains stuff that I don't get into every single day. I've got a couple of backpacking packs up here. I've got my backpacking chair, and then this usually comes out first. This is a, you can see sometimes it's hard to get some of this stuff out. This is just it is a step stool. That's what it is. It's hard to do all this stuff in one take and get it right. And then I've got a couple of containers. You can see I got a container here that is about 6 inches high. It's probably 18 inches across, and I think it's 24 inches. No, it's 22 inches deep because these are 24-inch galleys. Forgot to mention that. I'm using a 24-inch galley. So I have two of these, one on each side, that house just a bunch of stuff. This is all my camping gear in here that I can get to fairly quickly that I need. And then this is just overflow kitchen stuff. But again, I have these boxes, the same as these boxes. I have two of these up here that have long-term storage. They have fire starters in them. They have, well, what else do they have? They've got some Swiss Miss chocolate in there, and then just a myriad of stuff. But the things that I get to in this space the most are the things up here. And I kind of, it's a nice system where these things do not come all the way out, so therefore you have some space to roll these things out to get to them. So this is a camp table. So I bring this thing out and it kind of just drops out. So I can use that as a camp table. And then I've got my Delos Light Ranger stand, and I pull that out. So that comes out. So I can use that Delos light. Then also there is a solar panel for the Delos light that I use. I attach that so it charges during the day. I have some trekking poles that are long-term storage. I don't use those every single day, but they get jammed up in there. And then you keep going. I have another light that I got off of Amazon. This is a Go Genova light that I got for, I think it was $100, and it's a bright light. It's a good light. And then there is even more stuff back here. There is my kick-ass shower basin that I won't get it out because it's a little bit tough, but you can see that the kick-ass shower basin gets put up in there too. So there's quite a bit of things that I put up here in the attic. I'll put that stuff out later, but you can see quite a bit of stuff that I put up there in the attic. So that is the galley. I don't think that I have anything else that I want to show you from a packing perspective. You kind of saw how I Tetrised everything in, and for the most part, it has been okay. You know, whenever you go down some bumpy roads, you know, you're going to find that things are jumbled. But all in all, after 3,500 miles, everything was pretty much in its position on when I started driving. So I'm going to keep this system, but I want to hear about your system on all the things that you guys do to keep things Tetrised in, what boxes or containers or systems you guys use to get organized and you know, put things in the back of your hiker. So that is the back. Let's go to the front, or actually let's go to the sleeping quarters, and I'll show you some of the things that I've done up there. So let's go. All right, this is kind of a mess, but I think you get the idea. This is a full mattress. I have a 5x10 hiker. You can see that the mattress doesn't go all the way to the back, nor does it go all the way to the front. You can see the connections there on my Lucidity battery box that I've got everything connected in. One of the things that I wanted to show you with a full mattress is it doesn't take up all of the space here, and I've got, I don't know, 6 or 8 inches that I have here, and this is where I put the poles for my 270-degree awning, and then also I've got the stands, or the supports, for both of my tables that I use. I also, let me throw that over there, I put this pad here, so whenever I throw my chair here and some other dirty things, I have a place to put it, and I'm not putting it right on my bed. But the thing that I wanted to show you was these boxes here that I use to put my clothes in. These are from IKEA, and they are Drona, D-R-O-N-A. I'll put a link in the description. This is where I put my clothes. I put usually, like, you know, my shirts and underwear in that, and I put my t-shirts, and then I put my regular shirts and some pants and shorts in there, and then other, you know, I've got 3 of these, and they fit perfectly on this front shelf. Let's see if I can get it back here. And there's probably, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch, a 1/2 inch there, and these things ride perfectly in that space. And then because the mattress doesn't go all the way to the front here, I've just got a 12-volt vacuum, and then also a tarp that's stuck in here. And then here are my sides to the 23 awning that go right in here and kind of keep the mattress from being pushed all the way to the front. I also have another one of those Sterilite containers up there, and that's where I put my shoes. So I get in on that side. So let me actually walk around. All right, so here we're at the other side. So I have a couple of fans, a mirror, a heater. This is where I put my shoes every night, so therefore they don't get scurried off or taken by a raccoon or something, or an animal. And then also I have this container here that I put my wallet, my keys in there. I've got a flashlight in there. I've got my the CO2 alarm, and then also I've got a RUVI tag in here that takes the temperature, and I've got some other things. So that fits in there nicely. Up here, I've got a few things. I've got a bag that's got a ham radio antenna in it, and I've got my first aid kit here inside the cabin, and then I've got just some other storage. But this is the inside on how I pack. Now, I usually put my dog's kind of crate in here, and then I also put my dog's bed in here. So that's where this rides whenever I'm traveling. And then obviously it rides on top of this. Whenever I sleep, I take this out, and then here are just the regular covers to my bed. So that is the inside of the trailer. Let's go over to the fridge box. Take a look at that. All right, here is the inside of the fridge box. Fridge is on the other side. I made this shelf out of just some plywood and split the difference on the shelf. Here in the bottom, I've got some wheel chocks. I have another 100 amp hour battery because I've got a supply that comes, or power that comes from this area, from this fridge box back to the Galley, and I can switch between battery A and battery B. So that's where that battery resides. And then I've got a citronella candle that I use to keep mosquitoes away, of course. But then I've got, down here in the bottom, I've got my wheel chock, and then just a bunch of wires that connect some stuff together. It's very dirty in here. This thing is not airtight, so whenever you go down gravel roads, just be aware that you're going to get a bunch of dust in here. All this other stuff at the top is stuff I need for towing. So I've got some other things like, obviously, power cables. And then I also have a power supply, and I use this to power my hiker whenever I'm plugged up to shore power. So I'm not using any of my battery, I'm just using this power supply. So this is just a server power supply that I got off Amazon, 12 volts. I think it was like 30 bucks or so. And then I've got some Lynx levelers back there that I use to level the trailer. So this is how I organize this side of the fridge box. Obviously the fridge is on the other side, so wanted to show you that. I also put some lights in here. So there's some lights up there and some lights down here to help see at night. And then all of this is connected by an Anderson power pole, and I've got a splitter here to give me some more Anderson power poles. And then this is a connector or charger that I can use to charge that battery that's back there. I don't know if you can see it. The battery's back here in a battery box. So that is the front compartment to kind of keep everything nice and neat. That was the recap on how I pack and where everything is at. Now I got to put all this stuff back. So anyway, if you like the video here, hit the like button. Wouldn't mind if you hit the subscribe button. It helps drive content on the channel. Plus, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. If you're watching this after I've gotten to 1,000, thanks for doing that. Appreciate it. But that is it. Got any questions or comments? Put them in the comments below. Everything that I probably use that I can think of, all of that stuff will be in the description. If it's not, leave a comment and I'll put it back, or I'll put it in the description. And that is it. I am off to my next adventure in a day or so. So I got to get packing. Thanks for watching. See you later.